Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya.
Rama 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 Bhagwan Shri Yogi Ramsuratkumar ki jai. Sarvam Yogi Ramsuratkumar Arpanastu. We have been going through the song of benedictory message of Sri Paramacharya. We have seen the meaning of the first two lines, which are very important. They all prescribe the sadhana that we must adopt to bring about peace, love and joy and the bond of brotherhood among men of the world, peoples of the world. It's an anugraha, it's a great blessing of Sri Paramacharya upon the whole world. It is his sankalpa. He had willed it. So it's bound to happen one day. When he was called Jagat Guru, they gave him the title Jagat Guru. He said, I shall accept it because the whole Jagat, the whole world is my Guru. From everyone, I learned something or the other, and therefore the whole world is my Guru. So I shall accept this title, Jagat Guru. Just see how humble they are, despite the power they have, despite the life of a renunciate. The way he looked at it, the way he talked about it, everything goes to prove how we ourselves should conduct, how we should conduct ourselves in this life to establish the harmony and peace. We saw the very first line saying, cultivate love, cultivate friendship that will conquer all the hearts. The kind of love without any stain of selfishness, untainted love. How is it possible? We discussed it. It's not possible to show love, this pure love towards anybody, love without any expectations. And then, how do we cultivate this love? It's possible only when we begin to live, when we decide that we want to live for God. We want to connect with God very closely. We want to connect every detail of our everyday life with God. Even while living a full-fledged householder's life, enjoying all that we have, we could still connect with God. We could still connect every detail of our routine with God. It is at once a sadhana and the life of a householder. Whatever we do for the sake of the Guru. We do for the sake of our love for the Divine. In which case, the Divine is watching you all the time, and you are living only for the sake of the Divine. You are doing everything only for the sake of the Divine. So the Divine smiles happily, knowing that every little service, every big service that you render is only for the sake of the Divine. And so you get the highest benefit, highest reward for even the smallest services that you render to people when you begin to live for the sake of God. And then you will have no expectations that someone should recognize you and give you the respect that you think is due to you. If someone should throw abuse at you, you would still know, what does it matter? I have done it only for the sake of the Divine, and the Divine knows, and that's all that matters. Now there is an interesting story which Paramacharya revealed in 1927 when he was camping in a place called Nellicherry near Palakkad. Mahatma Gandhiji went to see him, have darshan of Paramacharya. Of course, what transpired between the two was not revealed then, but very casually, years after, Sri Paramacharya one day said, especially after, that was about 20 years later, 1948, nearly 21 years later, when Mahatma Gandhiji was killed, assassinated. Sri Paramacharya revealed that even then, when he had come to see Paramacharya in Nellicherry, what he prayed was, I should be able to love even the killer who has come to kill me. Paramacharya was moved. Aren't we moved by this? That Gandhiji, 21 years before that, he wanted only this, to be able to love even the killer, but decided to kill him, had come forward to kill him. This is love. This love we have to pray for, we have to practice. This is what the first sentence says, and the second, of course, we saw that we have to love everybody, just as we love ourselves. Look upon others as thyself. Again, it's possible only when we connect deeply with God, because then you know it is the one Divine that has taken all forms and names. It is the one divine that has put on the costumes of the varied beings of the earth and is playing everyone's role, every creature's role. That it is one man drama, the eternal drama of the one divine. And then you know the I of Ishvara. I alone exist. I am the cosmic controller. I alone exist. This I of the Ishvara is behind everybody's ego I. Even an ant thinks, I want some food, I want some particles of sugar, and it goes in search of it. It has that much intelligence is given to it. So, knowing that it is the one divine seated in every creature's heart, as a witness, until we begin to love and show our devotion to it when it becomes Ishvara and responds to our prayers. Then you will be able to look upon, you will know that it's the same Ishvara who has taken the form of the enemy. It is he who has come in the form of a snake. It is he who is in the form of a tree. It is he who is flying as a bird. And it is he who is wriggling like a worm. And it is he who has put on the costume of my body as his dress and is playing my role. So no one is to be blamed for anything. No one is to be adored for any achievement. Lives are lived. The deeds are done. By whom? The only existence, the existence of Father, the only doer is He. When we are established in this truth, in this highest truth, then only we will be able to look upon everyone as ourselves. But we can cultivate it. What comes very naturally to the great souls becomes sadhana for us. We have to struggle and struggle. We have to try and try and try. Didn't Bhagwan say, Devaki, after Papa Ramdas said, you chant this mantra all the 24 hours. This beggar was trying and trying and trying. And then he told me, this trying is our tapas, Devaki. So let us do our tapas by practicing to look upon others as our own self. And then say, give up war, renounce war. Renounce war means we have to renounce enmity. Behind every war is only this enmity. And the enmity is because we think the others are different. We don't agree with them. It's not only the war between nations. There are many wars, even inside a house. The ego clash. In the companies, in great institutions, in ashrams, in all places of worship, in every country. In every country, in every place of worship, every company, there is no place where this is not, the ego clash. And that's why so many problems in the world. Now, he says, Paramacharya says, renounce war. That's possible only when you begin to live for the sake of God, only when you begin to remember God and live for the sake of God. Do everything as an offering to God, so that the other man does not matter. Anyway, it's again difficult. We can only practice, and practice we must. And the competition. The competition is an unspoken war that's going on everywhere. As long as it's healthy, it is all right. But when it becomes a killer competition, you see the students, among the students there is so much competition. And this competition is killing people. They work so hard and they are still unable to achieve something that they want because there's competition. So everybody knows what it means. Renounce war, forswear competition. And give up aggression on others, which is wrong. Give up aggression. Again, it's not only exists between countries, you can see it at home with your own people. There is aggression. The strong-minded is aggressive towards the weak-minded. There are many, many wars that are being fought, even in every household. It's everywhere. Tyajata pareshwar, kramamat akramana. The right way, you give up this aggression. Give up aggression on others. That is wrong. Learn to respect, love and respect everyone. Listen to their views without reacting violently. And he says, Paramacharya says, why this competition? Our Mother Earth is wide enough to give you all that you want, to fulfill all your desires. She's wide. Janani Prithvi. And our Father, Ishvara, is compassionate to all, every one of us. Why? It is He. It is He Himself in every form. How could He not love us equally? How could He not show compassion to all of us? Don't we love ourselves? We love ourselves the most. So the divine, which has become all forms and names, it simply loves itself. And it only this expresses itself as our love for ourselves. So the divine is definitely compassionate to all equally. Therefore, renounce war, renounce competition. Give up aggression on others. Again and again, Paramacharya is telling us what to do now. This applies to every situation, everywhere. And then the story, Damyata Datta Dayatum Janata. Damyata Datta. You know the story, the Upanishad story. It comes in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Brihat Aranyak Upanishad. The story, the Prajapati, the creator, had 3 types of sons. The first type was Devatas, the Devas, advanced souls, and yet they had their own faults. They lacked self-control. And then The humans, of course, everybody knows our own weaknesses and strengths. And then the asuras. The asuras, what do? They do harm to others. They give suffering to others. And they find their happiness in the unhappiness of others. A man will hoard things. Whatever he has, he tries to preserve it for his own sake and for the sake of his family, immediate family. He doesn't want to give it to the neighbor. He doesn't want to give it to any stranger. He wants it for himself and for his family alone. Though, of course, it is better than taking everything for oneself, and it is extending to at least the immediate family. It is still very narrow-mindedness. And therefore, man has to learn to give others without hoarding things. So, these were the three types. Now, in those days, the father himself was Guru. So Prajapati was teaching them the lessons that they had to learn. And when the lessons were all over, for one final lesson, all the three of them approached the Prajapati and asked for one final lesson. The Prajapati, the creator, said, Da. The one letter, Da, and asked the Devas if they understood the meaning of it. They nodded their head and they said they understood. And the Creator asked, what did you understand? They said, we lack self-control, we lack control of mind, we indulge in all pleasures. We have no restraints upon ourselves. And therefore, you are telling us to control our mind, not to indulge, but control. Prajapati said, oh, you have understood. Okay. And then the humans came. Prajapati uttered the same letter, Da. Then Prajapati asked those humans, do you understand what I said? They also nodded their head. And Prajapati asked them, what did they understand? They said, it means datta, give, dhanam. Give all that you have, share with others. Do not keep it, save it for yourself alone, but share it with others. Prajapati said, okay, you have understood. The first one, the Devas said, damyata, control of the mind. The next one, the humans said, not save everything for oneself, but share with others. And finally, the asuras, the rakshasas came. And he said, Da. Immediately asked the asuras whether they understood the meaning of what he said. They also nodded their head and said, yes, we understand. Okay, what did you understand? The asuras said, do not harm others. Show kindness to others. Be kind. You see, in the three cases, each one knows their own weakness. Just as the Devas knew they had no self-control, just as the humans knew they were saving everything for themselves but not sharing with others, and the asuras knew that they were torturing other people, and in that torture they found their happiness. So they all knew their defects, their weaknesses. So this is what they understood. Prajapati said, yes, you have understood. And after they left, there was a thunderous sound. It said da, da, da. It did not stop with one da, one da. It said it 3 times, and then it got revealed that each one should practice all the 3. Dhamma, the mind control, not run away with the mind, carried away by the mind, but control. And then give, share instead of saving. And of course, do not harm others, show kindness to other creatures. So, we are given to understand that each one has to follow all the 3, practice all the 3. Because in each one's mind, the Deva is there, the human nature is there, and the Asuric nature is also there, each one. Sometimes the Devas come out of us in our activities, sometimes the humane activities, and sometimes the Asuric activities, enmity, anger, jealousy, vengeance, and finding happiness in others' unhappiness. So you see, each one of us have to follow, and then Paramacharya goes on to say, Shreyo bhuya sakala janana. All the people be happy and prosperous. Shreyas, whatever is shreyas, whatever is the best, that everybody gets. Shreyo bhuya sakala jana. So it's once again a benediction given to the humanity. And he says 3 times that. So this is what we understand. This was very, very dear to the heart of Bhagwan Yogi Ramsuratkumar, that he made us sing this song several times. Sometimes as many as 54 times, and definitely in the ashram every day, not less than 3 times. And not only that, we had to sing it in Sanskrit, we had to sing in Tamil, the translation by Sri Ganapati. Bhagwan liked that very much. So he said we had to sing only Sri Ganapati's translation. And then we had to do the English translation as well. And every time we sing this song, wherever this song is being sung, there the powerful blessings of the 2 great ones, the giant Mahatma, Sri Paramacharya and Yogi Ramsuratkumar, will spread, touching the heart of everyone. Even as when Srimati Lakshmi Amma sang this on the stage, yesterday we saw how it moved everyone to tears. How she received a standing ovation. So, this song is very, very important. It's a need of the hour, because what we see in today's world is a kaleidoscope of frenzied passions and killer competitions. The world culture, it's not just one virus, so many viruses have taken over the world culture. And it has not left this Indian culture as well. The people are aping the Westerners, living in promiscuousness, living the way, any way, the mind dictates. Whatever the mind dictates is their value. And they will substantiate it with arguments. And you cannot prove anything, because whatever we say is subtle. Bhagwan said, when you feed thousands of people, okay, it's a great act. Thousands of people benefit, they get one meal. But when you chant one single name, Rama, the energy that comes out of this powerful sound, Rama is God. The God's blessings will pour upon the whole humanity, but how can you prove it? The energy is very subtle and it spreads all over the world. Since this cannot be proved to those people who argue with us in a very basic level, we will just keep quiet and pursue our own worship of God, our connection, our kinship with God. There's just one or two incidents I remember. Bhagwan said that once Paramacharya was visiting a village near Tiruvannamalai, and of course our Bhagwan had to be there. He loved, he venerated Paramacharya so much. Bhagwan often said the Indian culture is rooted in the soil of Vedas. It is Vedic culture, a great culture of great values. And it is Paramacharya who has done so much towards Vedas and Vedic Pandits. Vedas must be preserved at all costs, at any cost. Vedic Pandits must be given due respect. The whole humanity exists because of these Vedas. This is what Bhagwan declared thunderously. Every time he said it, he declared thunderously. And Bhagwan said, Shri Paramacharya was coming to the village, so this beggar had to go and have darshan. She joined the group that was waiting there. Shri Paramacharya landed, he came walking, he took a dip in the tank there and came out after his anushtana. Then everybody started to fall at his feet, prostrate. When it was the turn of Bhagwan, or Yogi Ramsuratkumar Bhagwan, he fell at the feet of Paramacharya and wouldn't get up for quite some time. When Bhagwan described it to me, he said, Devji, when this beggar fell at the feet of Paramacharya, this beggar went to sleep. This beggar fell asleep. And then Paramacharya had to say, Then only this beggar could get up. And then he burst into peals of laughter, this inimitable, cascading laughter. So you see, this is how Bhagwan described his spells of samadhi. And when two great, giant Mahatmas met, there was no need at all for any language. The oneness both exhibited, the oneness they had, the communication between the two. One was a Pitadipati with a great lineage. The other one lived in the streets like a beggar in rags, depending only on chance meal and a chance roof. And yet, the one would take bath every time before the puja. The other one did not bathe at all for 40 years, except a very rare few times. And yet, there was complete oneness between the two. There was such love and veneration. for each other. So, it is their combined blessings that would come out, reach out to us every time we sing this Maitri Bhajan. It was a Anugraha song by Paramacharya. It was patronized by Bhagwan. Now it's being sung everywhere, so frequently. So let's remember the values. It's the haunting melody that teaches. It's a great vehicle carrying the highest values for humanity, and we have to contemplate on every line after singing and imbibe what it teaches. Now, our Bhagwan is here in front of us, eyes in samadhi, lips have a beautiful smile, and the hand raised in benediction. Always. And Bhagwan is standing, not even sitting, always ready to rush to our call, to help, guide, protect. And the other hand is doing japa all the time for the sake of the world. Bhagwan, we beg you a zillion times, again and again and again, infinitely, for your immediate divine intervention to rescue the whole world in general and India in particular, because of what it's going through today, and bring back normalcy, a dharmic normalcy in every aspect of life, everywhere. And Bhagwan, kindly uproot the panic and all other negativities from the hearts of people and stop the spread of the disease. Enter those medicines, make them work so that they kill the entire clan of viruses. And all these people waiting outside with great anxiety and stress, waiting for proper treatment, please reach out to them, help them with whatever comfort they need, whatever necessities have to be met with, so that they get well soon and return home safe. And Bhagwan, all those great people who are laboring so hard day and night at the very risk of their life for the sake of the other lives, against all challenges, please give them protection and all-round well-being. And we beg you for a boost to our economy, because not only lives but livelihoods have also been casualties. And Bhagwan, above all, we beg you to bless us with constant remembrance of your name and the right attitude to life, the attitude of being an instrument in your hands, a good, fitting instrument in your hands to go about for life, and that with gratitude. And give us that purity of heart so that we will be able to see only your presence and your blessings in every happening of life. Jai Yogi Ramsuratkumar.